Howdy folks, I'm sitting in a hotel room in Denver, waiting to meet up with ODD TV, or ODD Reality. Um, I messaged him about a week ago or so and told him I'd like to, meet up with him, because he lives in Colorado and so do I. And I said I'd come to him and all that stuff, and he said, sure, we'll meet up and have lunch. So I was psyched, um, and really just wanted to shoot the shit with him. He's got a bunch of really good videos on his channel, and so far, not much disinfo, but I have a feeling that's going to change. Sadly, he's given me the run. Well, he hasn't even responded to me this whole weekend. I've been down here for 3 days, saying I was available anytime those 3 days, and he kind of blew me off. But I was just listening to Russian Vids replay of his live stream, and the first person that he thanks basically is ODD. I think that he was his monitor on his chat for his live feed there. Feed, I call it, because that's what he's doing. He's just feeding you bullshit for 8 hours. 8-hour live feed. Come on, folks. But he discovered that it's a great way to weed out people that are trying to point out his shilliness and calling him on some of his bullshit. So that's what I think ODD and others like DITRH he thanks for the same thing. So he had a couple of shills working the chat and deleting and blocking people that were asking the wrong questions and exposing him. So and then it's 8 hours of him just blabbing. He pretends like he's answering questions, and he does answer a lot of questions, but he answers what he wants, and you can see his shilliness by who he supports and what he supports. So some of the people that he called out and praises are dead giveaways. So he likes Mark Sargent and his information. There's a ton of disinfo, easy to see right on the surface of Mark Sargent's model and how he's dirtying the water of the flat earth. So supporting Mark Sargent and actually doing the opposite with Eric. He says that his flat earth stuff is good, but don't listen to him about his other agendas. Well, a lot of what Eric's saying besides flat earth is right on as well. So look for, check it out yourself. If you've never seen The Greatest Story Never Told, you need to see that documentary. That's 6 hours of World War II that you don't know about, and you need to. So check it out for yourself. You got to do your own research. If you've been doing your own research, then these supposed truth dealers on Googletoob like Russian Vids drop a turd sooner or later, and when you point it out, you get deleted and blocked like me. None of my comments show up anymore, but I'll point out his shilliness easy. I tried this once with him actually talking in the background, and it didn't work, so it sounded jumbled and you couldn't really hear what he was saying. But yeah, if you've got 8 hours, go ahead and listen to him. Since I'm sitting in a hotel room and TV is fucking bullshit, I've been listening to Russian Vids and listening to him drop turds and give himself away. Really, he's got like almost 70,000 subs. I'm not sure how many of those are real, because he's a shill. But plenty of them are, and they're people that just like being spoon-fed bullshit and don't do any research for themselves. Sad to say. And if you're one of his subs, you better start thinking. He puts out a lot of good information, but he mixes stuff in there. One of his biggest turds, if you don't even know about it, is he tried to link Judy Wood with Jesse Ventura and Alex Jones. That is total turd, folks. Judy Wood has one of the best information that you can find on 9/11. And she's exposing an energy weapon of some sort that took those towers down. All of the towers. Not just 1, 2, and 7, but all of them. And they made money off of that, folks. There was a lot of ways they made money on 9/11. But yeah, if you want to know about 9/11, steer away from all the bullshit out there, because there's hundreds of documentaries, and they all have their own little turds. Watch September Clues and Judy Wood, and her presentations and her website. Go there and you'll pretty much know what happened on 9/11, and it'll give you avenues to look into that'll lead you down the right paths to figure stuff out. If you don't know about Hurricane Aaron, that's another thing that Judy Wood exposed. Check that out. There was a Class 3 hurricane right off the coast of New York City on 9/11. And right after they used it, I believe, it took a almost 90-degree turn or more and skedaddled. And you never heard about a hurricane, and you know how the media likes to drum up the fear when there's a hurricane approaching. And you can watch it approach. Check it out on, well, I'm starting to see the internet change right now, folks. I recently had my computer wiped out. That's the second one that's happened to me. And that's a big bummer. It was about a month ago. I lost everything. So tons of videos, stuff, research, music, pictures, everything gone. Yeah, whatever. I thought it was pretty well protected, actually, because it hadn't happened to me in quite a number of years in between, but whatever, that is what it is. That's why I've actually lost my video software that I bought, so with that as well, so my videos will be clunky again probably. All I have is an old laptop and a video camera, but my videos are going to be a lot of street interviews and stuff coming up pretty soon. Right now, I'm on my way to get geared up. If you don't know, Rolling Thunder, basically, the rolling part is that I've been in a wheelchair for a long time, over 30 years. So, and the Thunder is my big mouse. So Rolling Thunder, that's my little handle that I've gone by ever since I started exposing, truth to people from the research that I've been doing, and that was probably 12, 15 years ago. So that's been my little handle. 42 is just a number I've seen ever since I was a little kid, sometimes 20 times a day. So whatever that means, I don't know, but it's a special number to me because of it. So it's kind of weird. They just pop up. I know it's my subconscious probably keeping an eye out for it, but whatever. There's my moniker. Now you see my face also, for people that say, hey. And I've never hid who I was. I just don't talk who I am, and I didn't need to put my face on camera like everybody does, but now I'm dealing with a different way of having to make vids, so I'm on my laptop in a hotel room in Denver, waiting for ODD to respond to me, which he's not going to. That's probably because he's one of those transplanted shills. All of a sudden, Denver got flooded with all these truth dudes, like around 2012 or a little before that. And they all have radio shows. Chris Geo is another shill, and his shilly girlfriend, and there's just a bunch of them. And now they're in Denver because Denver is the New World capital, basically. Washington, D.C., everything has been moved to Denver now. Yeah, and I'm cruising around Denver these last few days, um, like I always do. I grew up down here, so still love doing that. I know a lot of people in the homeless community, so I kind of check up on people I know, and they're usually right where where I know they're going to be. I don't know. I feel bad for those folks, and actually, I'm homeless now too, sort of, but by choice. And I'm going to be traveling the United States in my wheelchair, mobile, truth mobile. And you know, it might sound crazy to a lot of you, but you know, you'll hear Russian vids on his thing tell you that these types of things are stupid and not to do them. Don't talk about flat Earth in a train station, or you know, because people are going to think you're crazy. Well, not if you do it right. And that's how I plan on doing it. And I'm going to make videos of it too, and try and rejuvenate my stifled channel. So if you're one of the rare subs that gets notified or whatever, spread me around a bit if you start liking what I'm doing. But hopefully it'll be about talking to people on the street. And I've already started doing it, except without the video camera, the last few days, just because I don't know, I kind of want to test it out before, you know, having a camera on you. People don't like that shit, and then you start talking about something that seems like they might be getting embarrassed or something like that, then they might shy away from it. So I'm just testing the waters. But so far, I've been happy with the folks that I've been running into. Some aware folks. This guy that's going to put gears on my wheelchair, so I can start using levers, allow me to push a lot of weight, which is what I'm going to have to carry if I'm cruising town to town and stuff. It's going to allow me to go 50% faster, maybe even more. I don't know. I haven't tested it out yet, but I'm pretty psyched about this. And you know, that's going to cause interest anyways. And when people hear about what I'm doing, and if they have 5 minutes to a half an hour, I can really get them thinking and testing their programming. Some people it takes a long time. For instance, a lot of my friends, you know, my videos and my YouTube channel, I started making videos there 2 years ago on the flat Earth, because I figured it out. I read Eric's book and saw the videos. There was probably 10 or 15 folks on YouTube making videos. I looked at a lot of their videos, because once you nibble a little bit and start figuring it out, you're like, whoa. And it just leads to a lot of stuff. It's great, you know. The flat Earth is a great chunk of truth if you get someone to believe it, because it starts weeding out all this other bullshit, and it starts leading you to other things that are huge lies. Then you start figuring out, wow, just about everything I was taught in school is bullshit. And then it just makes you want to learn for yourself what the truth is and look for it. That's what happened to me anyways. Not for everybody. I actually do know somebody personally that woke up but decided to go back to sleep, and I don't know how she did it. I think with drugs, because I didn't think it was possible, but yeah, she jumped back into the sleeping world, just so she could fit in, I guess. I don't care about that. And I'm to the point where fairly blunt. I don't beat around the bush too much with people. I don't pussyfoot. I just kind of start letting them have it, and if they can take it, great. If not, then maybe they're not who I'm supposed to talk to. I mean, I'm not about wasting time with people that don't even want to think about it, which includes a lot of my friends and family. Sad to say. What I was getting at is my videos have been out there for 2 years. I've been telling them, you know, when I tell them what I'm doing, which I say I don't beat around the bush, I tell my friends what I'm up to, and as soon as they start to balk or get uncomfortable or whatever, I just kind of stop and say, hey, I don't want to try and convince you. I want you to look for yourself. So look at my videos that I put out for yourself and just see what I'm talking about. That should spur your interest and get you to look further. But a lot of them never even made it that far. So I think what happens is, groupthink. They get with other friends and they go, hey, did Jim tell you that he thinks the earth is flat? Yeah. Well, what do you think? I think they just go with that, figure out each other's opinions, and neither one of them ends up actually looking at the videos for themselves to see what the fuck I'm talking about. um, sad. But, I mean, I already know it's truth. All you have to do is a little bit of research and you figure it out. And if you don't know, most of these truth channels on YouTube and everywhere else are shills. They're dropping turds left and right. Most of the real people, and there used to be some awesome channels on YouTube that just disappeared. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And I didn't know because I wasn't making videos back then. But they were probably getting the same shit that I got, which is a lot of shit. And then your channel is just kind of stifled or whatever. I don't know. It's weird. It was a popular channel when I started, and now it's off in some corner somewhere, and really it's rare to get regular folks commenting to me anymore. They totally wiped out tons of my comments, thousands and thousands, probably over 10,000 on my one video. And if I think I did mention it, but I do have one video that they can't stifle for some reason or whatever, and it's my fake flight video that I made first. It's got 600,000 views, still gets like 1,000 sometimes a day, and still trickles in subs, even though I still hover around the same number, slowly climbing, because they delete my subs too. So they unsubscribe people. I've had people tell me that, hey, I was a sub of yours and somehow I got unsubbed. And so that's something that they do, probably. I don't know. They screw with numbers. They screw with a bunch of stuff. And I don't know. It's a drag. But whatever. I'm going to see if I can rejuvenate it somehow. I'm going to keep putting videos on this channel and see what happens. This one's almost 20 minutes long now, so I'm going to sum up what I've been blabbing about, kind of. Russian Vids is a shill, totally. All his little buddies that he calls out are shills, so Dave J, shill, total shill. I can tell you stories about how he screwed with fake flights also. Mark Sargent and Dave J were the first two to comment on my second fake flight video that I put out. How does that happen? I mean, it was right off the bat too. It was amazing. And they both started out with kudos. Dave J actually changed his comment totally to the opposite. So he edited the comment to something totally opposite, and ended up calling me a demon and a shill. And he had some kind of control, which I've never seen before, but he actually froze the whole comment section of my video for a second. I could see it actually happening while we were having our little fight, because I couldn't do anything all of a sudden. I couldn't comment. Everything was kind of frozen while he messed with something, and so I know he has some kind of power with YouTube, just in my own experience. So maybe he's one of the king shills, and that's why Russian vids says that he's like some kind of genius ahead of everybody else, that he knows stuff. Well, he's a shill. So is PK. PK doesn't even believe in the flat earth. Those guys have been buddies for years, and Russian vids has been putting out vids for at least a year and a half on the flat earth, but he can't convince his best buddy PK that the earth is flat. Figure it out. These guys, are either allowed to talk about flat earth or they're not. And so he doesn't talk about it with his subs. Even though his best buddy Russian vids is, on TV now with Tosh. Come on, folks. The people that he's pushing, Mark Sargent and all that crew, all shills, put into the movement to muddy the waters. Mark Sargent believes water curves still. He's fucking that up for the real flat earthers out there that are pushing water's always flat. The flights are hidden, not fake. Use common sense, watch my vids. You'll see that that's another piece of his disinfo. A big molecular magnet instead of density for explaining gravity. Hello? Mark Sargent is a disinfo shill. The Marky Mouse Club. They're all liars and wasting your time. Put there to do exactly what they've done. Screw up the whole thing, and they're getting all the attention, and they're also taking your money and laughing in your face. So thanks for tuning in, and do your own research and look for more vids coming from Rolling Thunder 42.